Why did you just smile like this?
I don't know.
You're like... What's up, guys? I'm Teriana, and it's Teriana. And this is...
Jaden from the Android Master, her boyfriend, her lover.
And today we're going to be talking about how we got together, essentially.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Kind of starts off with me, right?
Yeah.
Because like I met, we have a mutual friend named Terrell. He's my boy. I met him my sophomore or junior year of high school, because that's when we all did that Spider-Man cosplay stuff, and like everybody was obsessed with Spider-Man. Or this was around 2018 actually, when Into the Spider-Verse came out. So yeah, this was junior. And I did my Miles Morales cosplay, and we all just joined together, becoming like 3 different Mileses from different universes. And Terrell and I were talking about like all the TikTok girls that we thought were cute, thought were hot, and all that stuff. And she came up, and Terrell was like, "Yo, I can have you guys meet." And I was like, "Bet." So we met there, and then we were talking on Instagram for a while. And like, I didn't follow her on TikTok until literally like a couple of months ago. Yeah, I am too. So no, we literally were talking on Instagram. I didn't know she lived in Wisconsin, let alone Milwaukee. So the entire time I was like texting her, I was like, "God, she's so cute." But I don't know if she lives in Milwaukee. So I don't know if this is a lost cause here. And we just stopped talking altogether. Well, stopped talking, but yeah. You want to join in?
I mean, you gotta set up everything.
We pretty much got it set up.
Until February.
Yeah, February of this year came up. In 2022. My best friend, who, you know, I've grown up since sophomore year. My best friend, Gabe, we decided like we're gonna go to Anime Milwaukee this year, because we've been planning it since I graduated and since they graduated. So we were like, we're gonna go. Fuck it, we're gonna do it. And I went as Superboy, and the next day I went as Freddy Fazbear, but that's a whole other situation. I went as Superboy, and her most famous cosplay, Mirko.
I want to talk about my part. Okay, so I only went to Anime Milwaukee because my friend wanted to go to a convention. I'm like, I want to go to a convention. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I'm literally like planning this shit out because I want to go to a convention. And the date rolls around, but it's like a few months out from the convention. I'm like, hey, you still want to do this thing? Because I still haven't bought the tickets or anything. And she's like, I can't because my dad's birthday is that day. And I'm like, bro. So I bought the tickets for myself, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go outside my comfort zone and
Keep in
go.
mind, Anime Milwaukee is a whole weekend. Like, you get away the next day. We're not gonna talk about that. It's
whatever. I forgave her for it.
So I go to Anime Milwaukee with my friend, and we meet up with their friends, their artist friends that they know in high school. And I'm always laissez-faire from their whole relationship and all that stuff, because I'm like, my humor is different from their humor, and we don't clash, but like they're like, he wasn't really around us during high school. He was a grade up, so we don't really bother him, or he doesn't bother us. And I'm like, all right, cool. I can just sit in the background. And then, you know, I got into the artist alley, but the next day I didn't have a pass for the artist alley. Thank God we got our tickets early this year. But yeah, so that whole situation was like, oh yeah. So the second day, I was by myself, chilling by, you know, the ramen stations, and I was just sitting in the window. And I'm skipping a part. The first day, I went as Superboy, and I went all around. I didn't know she was there, so we both were like separate. So I'm about to leave, and I'm going down the escalator, and she's going up. And I've been going around saying hi to a bunch of different cosplayers because I'm like, oh, that's a cosplay I recognize. That's a character I recognize. So I saw her as Mirko, and I was like, hey, yo, Mirko, yo, and she flexed back because, you know, Mirko. And we both get to the ends of the escalators, and we're just like, wait a goddamn minute. Hold on. Hold up a minute. I know that person. And then I was like, you know what? It's whatever. I know her, but I'm not going to let that bother me. Gabe is already out the door. I got to catch up with them, so, you know. Yeah. And then the next day I go with Freddy Fazbear. And
I was walking around. I was walking around that day because I was by myself, and I'm like, might as well just walk around, and I just sit in a corner somewhere because I'm by myself. So I'm just walking around and shit. I'm in the arcade room that they have. It's just a big ass room with a bunch of games and shit in there.
That was a fun room.
I really like the room.
I like the punching machine where all the little paddles. I really hope they have that this year.
But anyways,
this upcoming year.
Anyways, I was walking out of the little arcade place, and I see this dude sitting by the window, and I'm like, that's the dude from yesterday.
My fierce Freddy Fazbear.
I was kind of sad, not gonna lie.
I was very sad. I was like hungry and I didn't know what to do. I was just sitting there like, Freddy Fazbear. Gregory.
Anyways, I'm like walking like past him, and I'm like, you look familiar as fuck. Like, I saw you. I feel like I know who you are. And I'm like walking away. I'm on the escalator, and I'm like, that was him. And I'm like, no, that wasn't him. Then I'm like, it could be him though. So
like the angel and the devil on your shoulder.
Because I'm like, there's no, I didn't know where he lives. So I'm like, how the fuck is you in Milwaukee right now? And I'm like, what the fuck? So I get to the bottom of the escalator. I'm like, let me text him real quick. So I was standing like next to the escalator, like, hey, you at Milwaukee? And he's like, yeah, I'm at Milwaukee. And then I was like, are you sitting by a window right now? And he's like,
hell yeah, I'm sitting by the window right now.
And I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back upstairs.
Bet.
Then I get on the escalator. I get up there, and he's there. It's him, and I'm like,
I think we were hanging out with like a bunch of different other cosplayers.
yeah, there was like a group of other people that was with him.
Yeah, and then I was like, I texted Gabe. I was like, yo, Gabe, I got a friend. Come quick. I got a friend that I've known. So it's weird though, because at the time that, like, when I met her, I was talking to another girl from my at the time job at Potawatomi. I was a security guard, and she was a girl that worked in the cage. Now here's the thing about this girl. She technically had a boyfriend who was in jail, but we're not going to talk about that. Basically, my whole situation was like, oh, there's this cute girl, and then there's this cuter girl that I just met. But like, I've known her longer than this girl that I had chemistry with. So, you know, basically, I was just like, what am I doing? Because like, if I am talking to this girl and she's still talking to her boyfriend who's in jail and she still apparently likes him, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't want to. First of all, if you do break up with him, he's gonna blame me, and he's gonna come after me and kick my ass, and I'm like, I don't want that. You can keep that. You go ahead, y'all have a good time. Plus, I always had a crush on her. Obviously, I was like, cute girl, that's dressed like Mirko. Well, she was dressed like Todoroki that day, but yeah. It was a great day, though. It was a great time. Flash forward like a week later, I think, because Anime Milwaukee kind of fell on Valentine's Day week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a week or a week and a half later. It was around the 24th. It's on the 24th. My best friend invites me to the museum, and they're with their cousin, and I'm like, bet. I wonder if she's still in Milwaukee. I'll text her and be like, hey, if you're still in Milwaukee, you want to come to the museum with me and my best friend and their cousin? And she was like, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
So we get there and she's like waiting in, like off in the waiting area or something.
I don't know. I just want to
It was the place next to the gift shop, so we came there and transition. It's popcorn, Terry.
So we started walking around the museum, and we're like going through the floors, through everything.
Pop quiz. What section were we at when you made the first move?
I don't know. I just remember chairs.
Modern art section.
I just remember chairs.
We were in the modern art section. And we were walking around, and look, modern art. You know that section where it's like, oh, Victorian era things.
But yeah, we like got separated from him and his cousin, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Interesting.
this is by ourselves.
Spicy.
And we're just walking around, and
Stop. I have taco socks. They're very distracting. I probably shouldn't put my foot up.
anyways, we're like walking around, and I'm like, I see his hand. I'm like, oh, I don't want to hold it. So I just like snag his hand.
Grab my hand. There's your signal.
Not like that, but I like do like a small like tap, like, hey,
Yeah.
do this. And he
Long
grabs-
story short, our hands brushed together, and I was like, does she want to hold my hand? This was the first time that I've ever gotten a clear signal. The first time ever. So I was like, you wanna hold hands? I'm like shaking and shit, like, yeah. And she grabs my hand, and my brain's like, ask her. And I was like, does this mean we're... And she was like, yeah. I was like... I was like, wait, I can't believe I'm getting a girlfriend right now. What's happening here? Safe to say my best friend was a little mad, but it's all good. It's all fine and dandy now. Because, like, my mom, my grandma, my best friend, all love her. And she is leagues better than the last girlfriend that I had. We're not going to talk about her. Because that's a part of my past that I don't want to get into right now. She was a stalker. It's great. Yeah. Terry. Take it away, Terry.
After that,
It's just history now.
and that's it.
It's history now. Everything is said and done. We are on our tomorrow. Actually, we're gonna be on our 8th month.
I thought you were looking at your watch. I'm like, why? Are you looking for a fake one?
Oh, we also have rings. I have another ring that I got here off Amazon, but it's too small. It's really cute though. It has a red, a blue heart, and there's an inscription on the side that says, I will marry you.
I will marry you. Anyways,
Yeah.
that was it. If you liked it, like it. If you liked it a lot, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. If you don't like it, you can just leave. Why are you still here if you didn't like it? But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Should I do my outro?
Peace.
Okay.